Let me speak to Yao Bawumia Samoa. He's former MP for Adentan and spokesperson for the Alan campaign team. YB, welcome to Eyewitness News. What do you make of these reports, if you've seen the full details as we've published?
I haven't had the opportunity of reviewing all of it, but clearly, considering that Alan is yet to get into the field properly so-called, in terms of meeting polling station executives at constituency level, and considering the high numbers in percentage terms of those who are saying they are undecided, and then furthermore, considering that the inclination is to vote for Alan in the event of a runoff, I am totally convinced that it is Alan's game to win. And therefore, encouraged. We are not. My attitude to polls has been that they are useful, they are informational, and they need to be taken into account. But they are not biblical in the sense that you don't take them as the final word, but they always input. So this is quality inputs that we will take account of.
I see, but do you not worry that at least in the first round, and that's considering if anybody else does not do any better, it becomes an outright win for Dr. Bawumia?
We also conduct our own polls. If you credit us with that, we are a serious campaign. So we also have other information. Yes.
Have you done any polls? Have you done any polls?
We are very confident of winning the primary.
Have you done any polls yourself recently?
I said we are a professional campaign, and you should appreciate that given the style of Alan, we will clearly have that edge, that element to our campaign.
I'm just asking if you have conducted a poll that you'd want to share details of.
No, I can't share details with you here because
it's for your internal consumption.
Yes.
All right. Now, the fact remains that you have said that Alan has not even gone to the base yet. Bawumia, the vice president, has also not gone to the party base yet. Indeed, for the first time, he's publicly announcing that he's in the race by saying that he would go and submit his forms tomorrow. So it appears that you are all operating on the quiet for now. Alan Kyerematen is coming second. Kennedy Japan is coming third. Do you worry about his involvement in the race and how he's doing?
Umar, anybody tells you the vice president is not campaigning, he's not telling you as it is. He has teams on the ground. He has government appointees going around offering incentives, the carrot and stick campaign that he's conducting. There are those who are being threatened to follow through. There are those who are being promised all manner of things. There are teams of government appointees and party leaders going around the country working on his behalf regularly and constantly. So it's not about he himself. He's campaigning. He's campaigning seriously with government resources and government personnel, government appointees, moving around the country with him, trying to get delegates to accept him, as the candidate. All this is part of the impact that you see in the polling, that people feel that, well, if I'm asked, it may be safer for me to say it this way rather than to say it that way. So there are things happening on the ground that you as journalists must also look out for.
Yeah, but because you have said that Alan has not started his campaign, I'm just drawing your attention that Bawumia also has not started his campaign, and believe that you have deployed teams to the ground just as.
We haven't done that. We are determined to meet the people in the person of Alan himself, and that's what we are going to do next after filing. Alan is going to meet the people. Alan is the candidate, and he's the one we're going to show off. He's the one who is going to engage, and wherever he's engaged, the mileage is tremendous. Wherever he engages, the mileage is tremendous. So he's going to engage at constituency level. We've already engaged at national level. We went around the regions. Now we are going to engage at constituency level. So considering that he's yet to step in there, and he has that kind of favorability rating, then when he does step in there, you will see it shoot up very high. But being that as it is, it's a campaign, and it's a competitive campaign. So we are competing with all the arsenal at our command, all the goodwill we can mobilize and summon. And that is our focus. Our focus is to win.
But do you not also think that based on his longevity in this race since 2007, he should be in the lead as a front runner. Do you not worry about that?
I just told you that even without being having met the people others are meeting, he's doing appreciably well. So as for that, it's competition. And I've also told you that there are those who look you in the eye and tell you that I may vote for somebody because they feel compelled to say so. And in their heart, they will be voting for somebody else. Those are the dynamics you must look at. I'm not going to try and justify any positions. We know what is happening on the ground.
Okay.
Because we are working on the ground. We understand what is happening. Somebody who has a vote and is asked about it and is under some sort of pressure from somewhere will play safe. Either they will say, I'm not decided, or they will tell you that I'm voting for the one you think you want me to hear. You want to hear me say I'm voting for. All those dynamics at this time impact us.
So you're suspecting that the Alan votes or voters feel suppressed or have been suppressed?
I am confident that Alan will win this primary and consequently go on to win the vote in Ghana. Well, the basic message remains the same. And the first poll had that metric. I'm surprised this metric didn't have it. This poll didn't have that metric about who Ghanaians would prefer to lead them beyond the NPP delegates.
Because you have to cross the first hurdle of your party before you can...
The same Global Info Analytics had a metric like that before, where he said that Ghanaians prefer Allah. So this one, he didn't bring that. So I'm not even referring to that. But delegates are aware of sentiments in the country about who they would rather have as the next president of the country. So I think we should just proceed on the basis that it's competitive.
Okay.
We are working very, very hard, and we expect to win this primary.
There is something else that the poll did, which is to ask people why they chose the candidate they chose. There are various blocks that were used. Now, the first one that people would vote for a candidate, they chose competence. So why would you vote for this candidate? Is it because of his competence? Yes. They ask, is it because he has worked hard for the party? That's the second group of people. The third group believe it is because of the integrity of the candidate. The fourth group, we're talking about the economy, better manage the economy. The fifth group is looking for a credible candidate. The sixth one is looking for it is his time, a drone so, and I'm going to come back to that. The seventh says they want a unifier. Then others have various reasons. That's the last one. When it comes to the Edru Nusu, which is what you have been pushing as is Alan's time, when the delegates were asked whether they would vote for a candidate because it is their time, only 6% of the respondents said yes, that's why they would vote for a person. That should be some stones being thrown in your gari for you.
It reinforces exactly what I'm saying. We don't just say Drunusu for Drunusu saying sick. It is not from us, the campaign. It's organic. It's from the ground. Wherever Alan goes, that's what they tell him. That's what delegates are telling him. Why? Because it involves the competence, it involves the service, the party, it involves the vision for the future. Drunusu is not just about Drunusu, it's not just a mere cue. Drunusu because of certain factors. Those factors include longevity of service to the party. It includes competence. It includes the output for us in government, and it includes the vision. But like I said, if you have such a poll and you ask somebody who knows very well that a Drunusu is associated with Alan, whether or not you will vote for and favor a metric like a Drunusu, the person will check themselves up and down and decide. So, bottom line is that we are conducting a solid campaign. And we know we're on the right path. We'll peak at the right time, and we will win this primary.
Very well. Thank you. Before you go, though, something that I've just noticed, your candidate from the poll hasn't done as well in the Eastern and Ashanti regions. I don't know if you have a reason for that, what you want to talk about.
No, I'm not sure. I haven't even...
You haven't looked at... Okay, so I'll leave you to look at the nitty-gritties so that we can talk about it later.
So, I will actually take my time to interrogate it thoroughly.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
We'll leave it to that. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
My pleasure, bro.
That's Yao Abina Samoa, former member of parliament for Adenta and spokesperson of the Kyerematen campaign team. Let me go back. I still have Musa Danko on the